What are investigators saying about the nature of these attacks, the motive as well?
Hey, Kelly, good evening. Yeah, lots of clues, right, indicating perhaps some sort of vendetta either against Brown University or that MIT professor or both, or perhaps against higher education. But right now, they're just those. They're clues right now at this point as investigators try to figure out what exactly was the motivation behind this rampage that really put an entire community on hold and held them hostage on trying to figure out when exactly this nightmare would come to an end. So that is what investigators are trying to solve. They're trying to get to the why right now. They also describe Valente as very strategic, saying he eluded detection by switching between multiple license plates, using specialized phones and SIM cards, European SIM cards, all of this to avoid and block tracking. An autopsy yesterday revealed that Valente took his own life on Tuesday, the same day as he killed the MIT professor, investigators believe. And then the critical break in the case came from a Reddit tipster known as John. He spotted Valente acting suspiciously, reported his rental car with Florida plates, and that detail, authorities say, blew the entire case wide open. I've been here every day since last week. Those press conferences were getting more and more tense as a suspect was not being identified. The mayor, Brett Smiley, often leading those press conferences, spoke last night with our Elizabeth Vargas about that intense pressure on him and police.
There was extraordinary pressure on our police department, our partners. I felt that pressure personally. Maybe around day 3 of the investigation, my community started to get, pretty anxious, and it felt like it was dragging. And then the case broke open. And so when we got that witness to come forward, was a moment of great progress. That was a relief.
A huge sigh of relief for everybody in this community. Valente was a former graduate student at Brown, but left after really only a semester. Officials say it's highly likely he targeted the Barris and Holly building that he shot up, as he had taken many classes there, so perhaps was familiar with it. The investigation also revealed a deep personal connection to MIT professor Loureiro. For 5 years, the two studied at the same academic program in Portugal, both graduating at the top of their class. Now, the big question here is trying to figure out what sort of direct connection, communication those two might have had, and then also just any sort of grievances that he might have had with Brown University. But again, all this stretches back decades now, and that's really the big question. That's a really hard puzzle to solve when you're stretching over such a long time period, right, Kelly?
All right, leads to even more questions. So, Marcus, what more are you learning now about Valente's life in the U.S. Before these attacks?
Yeah, he was a bit of a ghost. I mean, he came here in 2000 for that program, and then according to family, kind of dropped off the map. Didn't really communicate or talk with them much, and then reemerged in 2017 as a naturalized citizen. And then from there, really no movement. Investigators don't even know what sort of job he held in between that time as of now. And so those are the strange questions that investigators are dealing with right now, is that gap in knowing what he was doing for so long in America. And it remains unclear, again, where he worked or what he was doing. He had no known U.S. criminal record. Investigators say he had been moving through New England since November. That's when it was also said that he booked a hotel in Boston in November, and then got that rental car December 1st. And as I've said all week, and investigators have said, and people you've had on today, talking about, it's clear that he had preparations for this, casing out this area the day of and also weeks beforehand. So you have clear intent. I think investigators are fairly confident saying you just don't have that motivation or that why. And that can be really frustrating, especially for the families of these victims, because while that's never going to bring them back, at least it can try to provide some sort of insight here. And I think that closure may never come for them because, of course, he is now dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and investigators are trying to piece together now, without his help, why he did this.
Right. Well, they are forging ahead, so we'll stay tuned for any updates here. Marcus, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.